10 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Hey, we're live. I'm trying to find myself here just a second. My picture of myself. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I not up here? StreamYard, because we don't have StreamYard. Oh, I see. Hold on just a minute, guys. My camera is turned off.
Yeah, honey, there ain't nobody there but me.
Okay, well, it will be later.
You just
It's
said
on
one.
virtual camera. I'm trying to get it up there onto the other camera. What is the problem here?
Well, there's two of us.
Oh, hold on just a
I'm on the
minute.
way.
All right, hold on just a minute. Oh shit! Why is the camera not working? There, you're on there, but I gotta. You got turn your volume down.
4 people.
All right, hold it, guys. We're trying to work it out.
Look who's in my background right there. See that?
How come I'm?
It's not showing up on mine.
Hold on just a minute. Shift 3. It says Shift 3. Then okay, mine is, but why am I not on the camera? My camera's not functioning.
Y'all are.
This is par for the course. There you are, Anthony. I got you, but I got to get me now.
No, you got Anthony's belly is all you got.
That's all. I got him.
There you go.
And yeah, I'm in the corner. Hey.
You got flipped in corner.
Okay, I got my cameras coming up. Try to steer your camera by
Hey,
you. I don't need to
Tis.
have.
Hey, Mac.
Look,
There I am.
there's Dana in the background.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Now, that's good.
We're all four in the
We're
same
all
room.
four in the same room. We're at Tony's house. His very nice office here. I don't understand why I can't. I'm trying to take it down to there's 10 people there. Can y'all hear me?
There it is.
I got my mic
Oh,
over here on. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why though. Mine stopped. I don't have anything.
It's going right now, baby.
Okay. I'm trying to get.
It says Max says now it's working. Christy's new. That's you. Hey. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, now we're there.
Wait a minute.
Man,
I got to
see,
get.
I can't reply to the group.
All right. Hold on just a minute. I'm trying to get the Shift
I can
4.
only private chat.
Okay, wait a minute.
So,
Maybe. Can you chat?
Okay.
Yeah, you can chat. Okay.
We
so maybe it's
have-
because you are.
We have about 10 people according to this watching us. All right. Hold on, guys. This is why I'm trying to
Audio
get.
is fine.
If I
Sound
can.
and video are working, Max says.
Okay. If I can get Shift 4. If I could get this thing
That
to
word's a
work,
bad word that he said. I'm telling you.
if I could get this thing to work,
Gear shifting.
yeah, but I'm showing two slots, and I don't know why I've got 3 slots there on the TV. It don't matter. I'll do it this other way. All right, tonight we're going to talk about. First, we're going to bring up something that I've been reading on the last few days. It's a book called Long Haul. It's from a retired FBI agent that has. Man, it's going all over the screen. I didn't change that. That's weird. But it's about the serial killers in the United States that they believe that are long haul truckers. And this map, if I can show this, that's why I'd really kind of would like to get us back on 2. What the heck?
I didn't get that.
Wait a minute. All right, this map right here is the map where all that a female or male body has been found, believed to be attributed to serial killers that drive trucks in the United States. One body or multiple bodies. So you can see in your state where, of course, the Northeast is where most of the, you know, you have a lot of the truckers go. Your long hauls will go out west, and that's where they have the least amount out there. But what they'll do, they'll pick up most of the victims they are finding that have been identified are prostitutes through the trafficking, been trafficked through truck stops or rest areas. I've been to a lot of rest areas with truckers. I've never seen, but one time had a unique experience. We were in a truck stop and I'm in a rest area, and the guy knocked on the door wanting money. Of course, we were in a Class A. We just started up and drove away. But I'm going to go back to here. These are right here. They said they publicly announcing a highway serial killer initiative to raise awareness amongst law enforcement. And I'll read some of this in just a minute. But basically, what they said was that a lot of times the girl will be kidnapped from a truck stop in, say, Alabama, driven to Texas and killed, and then their body may be dropped in California. So it's in 3 different places. So it's kind of a hard one to investigate. It said it said first some background. The victims in these cases, primarily women who are living high risk transient lifestyles, often involving substance abuse and prostitution, frequently picked up at truck stops or service stations, sexually assaulted, murdered, and dumped along the highway. The subjects are predominantly long haul truck drivers, but the mobile nature of the offenders, the unsafe lifestyles of the victims, significant distances and multiple jurisdictions involved. It's they make the scarcity of witnesses, forensic evidence can make the cases too tough to solve. Now, VICAP, if anybody knows, it's victim. What is exactly VICAP? Do you know exactly what the acronym stands for, Tony?
Not sure.
It's I think it's like violence. It's an acronym that the FBI gives. Can you look that up for me? Tony's going to look that up for me because I used to know, but I don't know now. It's a part of the national crime of this might say it right here, the analytics of violent crime.
Crime apprehension program.
It's a violent crime apprehension program. That's great. The database, which contains information on homicides, sexual assaults, missing persons, unidentified human remains, is available to law enforcement throughout the country. And you know that you can go to NamUs also, and you can register through NamUs, and you don't have to be a law enforcement officer, and you can look up missing people all through the United States. When you're reported missing, not just runaways, they do put a lot of runaways in there. Only thing with NamUs that you can find out, you can search by location, age, sex, anything, a bunch of stuff. But the only thing is that I've noticed about NamUs is a lot of times after the victims are found, the police do not take it out of NamUs for whatever reason. So a lot of times you have to really check and see if the victim have been found. But along with NamUs, there's another website that you can look up also that's available to the public that has dead bodies that are dead, basically dead people that are found all over the United States, where they have no names. They're John Does. It's a Doe network, I think it is, where they'll tell you the approximate country they were, area they were found in, and approximately what they died of. Homicide, unknown. If there was bones found, if it was tattoos on the victims that were found. And this is just, it's called the Doe Network. it's to help law enforcement and the general public to look at it. If you got somebody missing in your family, I mean, I would hate to be the way that I found out about it, but you recognize a tattoo, you get in touch with the police department that's handling that, and then they refer you to try to find out if that is your missing person. And they've created a national matrix and more than 500 murders along the highways and 200 potential suspects. And a lot of the stuff, they don't even have suspects. They don't have names for suspects. There's a book that I'm reading, and I'll show the cover in just a couple of minutes. Okay, let me see if I can get this to come up. Yeah, VICAPS talks about that. Bottom line is Highway Serial Killer Initiatives is about solving crimes and solving cases. Yes, it is. So far, 10 suspects believed to be responsible for 30 homicides have been placed into custody. And you think, well, 10 is not very many. That is not very many. But that's 10 more than they had before they started this initiative. And solving 30 cases. They may be having a lot more cases, including truckers arrested in Tennessee charged with 4 murders, and truckers charged with 1 murder in Massachusetts and another one in New Jersey. And there's just no telling, they talk about the Interstate 40 corridor and how they dump bodies out. Huh? Yeah.
There's also one in
I-40.
Alaska.
Yeah, there is in Alaska. There's a sign actually on the roadway that says, do not hitchhike in this area. Do not accept rides from people because so many people, so many unknown. This is the book that I'm currently reading. He's a retired FBI agent. He's done about 2 or 3 other books. And he got really interested in this. And even in the book, I think he actually got involved with some truckers. And he did some riding around in the trucks and visiting some of these lots where you see the open air prostitution and in areas, and it'd be easy to somebody to pick up one of. They call them lot lizards. That's slang for prostitution. And you know what? It's something that I read that a city in our area, Birmingham, Alabama, is supposed to be one of the hot spots for human trafficking. That's one of the big places. Goes to Atlanta, it goes south to Mobile, it goes to out to Memphis area, not necessarily interstates, but they do have an interstate that runs through Tuscaloosa. When there's a ball game, things happen. Special Agent Richard, was that Colco, the FBI National Press Office, told Fox Digital last week that the program is no more, but did not divulge specifics and the program results that led to the closure. So I hope that's not true. Might need to call you Uncle Donald and see about that. But this guy, he talks about working for the FBI for 25 years. I can't believe that they would cancel some initiative like that. I really can't. But we'll find out. I'll call. We got friends in the FBI. We'll call and find out that if they're working that initiative, because you got all these serial killers riding around, and here we are in an RV driving around. I think about that. There's between 300,000 and 500,000 long-haul truckers in the United States. Workers committed keeping the supply chain operating. And, I've stopped that. We don't stay in 300 to 500,000.
Long-haul truckers that they think are serial killers.
Well, they're involved in the serial killer.
So
they don't know.
10%.
Well, we don't stay in truck stops in our RV because I believe the truckers need a place to stay, and the good ones. That's not what I wanted to show you. But anyway, I thought I had some more of this stuff. I will stay at a Cracker Barrel. I sure will. Because I like to eat. I likes to eat. And it's free. Okay, this is we're talking about this missing girl, and if you have any questions there, uh, get online here. I don't, Dina. Do you see
Sorry.
the chat?
Yeah, I see the chat.
Anybody got any questions about that before we
They're
move on?
saying happy birthday to you. Your 70th birthday.
It's not. I'm not 70 years old, and it's not my birthday.
It
So,
is in 3 days.
well, that's not three. It's 3 more days, and I'm no closer. I'm not 70. I'm not even close to being 70. I have.
Yes,
I
right, you can't
have.
go backwards. You're
I have a
75,
couple
right?
of years to go.
Honey, you will be 69.
No, I'll be 68.
No, baby.
Look it
You
up.
did it again.
Look it up. I'll
You
be
lost another
68.
year.
Okay, the 16-year-old Sophie Franklin, the missing girl from Milwaukee, that is, and I'm not 70, so don't even think about it. The 16-year-old girl that is with this 40-year-old man, they've extended the Amber Alert. She's 3 months pregnant, but her mother said she does not look like she's pregnant. And the guy she's with, 40-year-old Gary Day from Arkansas, she spent some time with. Here's something I read on this case where the mother actually let her go with this guy to his house for 6 months ago. Now, why in the world would she do that? Or maybe somebody put that in wrong, but I can't. I mean, that's just weird. But anyway, she's pregnant, and he has a history of harming children. He was on probation for endangering a child. He is the father of the child and now faces 4 felony counts in connection with the Sophia, I guess that's the way you pronounce it, disappearance. He's from Beaver Dam. Okay, let's see where I was. Okay, this talks a little bit about the girl and shows another picture of the girl. It says here she met him online in April. Day drove to Wisconsin and took her to Arkansas home on July 29th, according to the complainant, which is her mother. Her parents remained in contact with her and believed that she was staying with friends in Beaver Dam. So what the thing was, she told her mother and her dad that she was in Beaver Dam with friends, and they never called to check on her. Then if she got in touch, hey, I'm with friends, we're I'm gonna stay here a few days with them. We always, and I know that Tony and his wife would at least call and find out and talk to the mom and daddy and find out, what they're like before you just blindly let your daughter stay with somebody for a week. And then she went down to Arkansas with this guy, and it's probably the time she got pregnant in July.
This is not the world we live in. Your children should not be spending the night away from home.
Yeah, well, she supposedly was spending the night with her friends.
Exactly. Your kids don't need to spend the night away from home.
Okay.
Right?
They learned this is not the case when Arkansas law enforcement officers went to Day's home on December 10th for probation check and found Sophie at his home. Sophie returned to Beaver Dam and had been living with her parents until she was again taken by Day on February the 3rd. And she don't even hardly look like her picture, this other picture we have of her. But this is another. I've got two more pictures of her
so they let her go
and a
more
picture
than one
of him.
time.
Well, no, she went one time in July. She told her mother and dad, hey, I'll be staying with my friends over here at their house for the week, while her parents, they said I could stay here and we're having a party and all this stuff. And her parents never called and checked. Didn't know she was in Arkansas with this idiot predator in July. Said, described to police as white male, 5'7", weighing 165 pounds, has blonde hair and green eyes. Now this is her. She don't look nothing like the other picture I have of her. This is a picture of her hair with her hair longer. This is the best picture of her, but if she's got her hair back, she wouldn't even look like that same picture. I don't think. This is the pervert predator, Gary Day, 40 years old.
That doesn't look like the same girl.
40 years old, Gary Day, and he is definitely the father of the child. Look at this guy's neck. He's got something protruding down his neck, like a bone or something.
So,
Weird.
Looks like
How do you know he's the father of the child?
Well, that's what she says. And
Oh, okay.
this is the car. And last time we gave out the tag number about it, he was using the Arkansas tag, and that's the tag, and he uses a Pennsylvania tag also. But he's liable to use any tag. He'll just find a car that looks similar to that and take the tag off of it. But this is the car that they left in. They were seen in. Last seen in. Any questions? You looking at?
They're a quiet group.
Yeah. Beaver Dam police said Sophie Franklin is with 40-year-old father of her unborn baby, Gary Day. He's last seen at her home Monday at 7:48 a.m. The two have no contact. The two have a no contact order. That really worked. Franklin is 186 pounds, 5'9". They said 5'7" a few minutes ago. Brown hair, blue eyes. They said green eyes. Didn't they say green eyes a few minutes ago? Day is 100. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Franklin, Sophie, is 186 pounds, 5'9". She's actually taller than him. Brown hair, blue eyes. Day is 165, 5'7". Blonde hair, green eyes. That's where I got confused. They may be traveling in a 2014 black LaCrosse from Arkansas plates BBR. That's Bravo Bravo Romeo 20 Lima. A car has also been associated with a Pennsylvania plate of KGW Kilo Golf Whiskey 5186. Anyone with information, please call the Beaver Dam Police Department. It gives a number right there. That's in Wisconsin. It would be easy enough to find. Let me see if this is the same thing. I had another one here I copied, but I wasn't sure. The alert has been issued in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, Monday night. And this basically says the same thing as the other one did. So, she's hiding out with him, that's for sure. And they need to find him because he, they ain't no telling. If he hurt that other baby, I understand that. My understanding was that he either choked the baby or threw him against a wall or something, got angry at him. So you ain't no telling what this PC, what could do. All right, now that I have a couple of more that I want to go over. Do you have anything to say, Tony?
I'm listening.
Okay, this is a missing person. Please help. Aaliyah Saylor. You want to read that?
It says here, Lisa Saylor, missing person, please help. She's 15 years old. She weighs 230. She's 5'4". She does have braces. She was last seen the 3rd of February in 2024, and I believe that's pronounced Muncie, Indiana. It also says share all over the world, missing for almost a year. Ella Saylor is missing from Indiana. She was last seen on February 3rd, 2024. She's 15
That's
years
Muncie.
old, white female, 5'4" in height. Already told the weight. Brown hair and brown eyes. She again has braces on her teeth. She's believed to be in extreme danger and may require medical assistance. And of course, it gives a phone number to contact the police agency involved.
Muncie, Indiana.
Muncie, Indiana.
Okay, now this is the case that I followed when I was working down here at the Gulf Coast. When I remember when it happened, and if I can get it to come up here, this is the girl Tiffany Daniels that, and this is a kind of a weird case. I want to. That's why I've got a lot of information about this. This was Tiffany Daniels. She left her job in a theater technician at Pensacola State College in Pensacola. Um, and this was in 2013. This is right after I retired, I think, or right before I did. I don't remember exactly what year I retired. Telling her supervisor that she would not be returning for a few days. So obviously, land with somebody, but they have no idea with who. I can barely read this writing here. Is it big enough for you to read it?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead there, good buddy.
She did tell her supervisor she'd be gone for a few days, but didn't say why, although she returned home briefly afterwards. Danielle's housemate was busy with a telephone conversation and did not hear her. She has not been seen since because she has told her supervisor she would not, or rather yet she would be taking off. Daniels was not reported missing until the end of the week after she had failed to return to work. And family were unaware of any plans that she might have that would have explained her absence. Danielle's housemate also reported that she had left unusually early for that workday for some strange activity even earlier that morning. A security camera on the Pensacola Beach Bridge connecting Gulf Bridge to Santa Rosa Island recorded her car crossing the bridge almost 3 hours after she had left work. 8 days after 8 days after her disappearance, the vehicle was found at a parking lot in Pensacola Beach, along with her bicycle, purse, and a cell phone. Residents in the area said the car had only been there a few days and reported seeing an unidentified male around it. 2 unidentified fingerprints were found on her car, but a search of the surrounding beach area found no trace of Daniels. Several theories have been put forth to the account of Daniels' disappearance, ranging from foul play to an accidental drowning based on any anonymous tip, and several reported sightings further west along I-10. Danielle's family believes she was a victim, and I can't see what's...
The human trafficking, basically.
Yeah.
And, this is the thing that's weird about this. Those 2 fingerprints, I don't know if the police still have that to run it through APHIS, or maybe they've flagged it through APHIS.
Of a cold case investigator
Yeah.
to try to go back and look over evidence for cold case findings.
Yeah, it says a native of Dallas area, Daniels distinguished herself in high school, interest in art, outgoing personality. They said she was kind of aloof, kind of a free-spirited, hung out at the beach a whole lot, into painting, art, all kinds of stuff. The one thing is her roommate, or the person that lived in the house there, was a male. It said, despite the apparent satisfaction with her life, Daniels had financial problems. Her parents said that by summer 2013, that she had noticed that she had a pattern of paying the rent for a series of housemates who had either disinclined or unable to pay their share. In July this year, she after another one had moved out, she advertised in Craigslist for a roommate. That's a bad thing in itself. Gary Nichols, 54, old father of one of her friends, was separating from his wife and wanted a closer to his job. And this is Gary Nichols that actually was in the house when he heard this happen. Now, that name is very familiar. I don't know why, but it is. And I'm gonna put some more up here if I can get it, because this was it.
It's pretty small.
Yeah, let me get this one up here. Can you read that? Because I cannot hardly read it.
Yes. On August 11th, Daniel started the day with a farewell breakfast for a boyfriend who had been accepted into graduate robotics programs. Pretty intensive program at the University of Texas in Austin. He had encouraged her to move there with him, but she demurred. Daniel's friend said that while she still loved him and wanted to continue the relationship, to the point of making plans to visit him later, and I was not ready to move from Pensacola. After breakfast, he had left. Nichols recalled that she was slightly depressed for the rest of the day, but that was tempered with enthusiasm for a later visit to Austin. The town friends believed she could easily adapt to it. That's gone to say Daniels and the theater department were scheduled to start preparing sets for production of Spamlock that fall. The night she and Nichols decided to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the film, which was musical, is based for inspiration. Well, that doesn't matter. At this point, though, it says when Nichols got up later and left for work around 7 a.m., Daniel's car, a gray Toyota 4Runner, was gone. He assumed she too had gone to work. Her parents, however, say it was unusual for her to get up early in situations where she would usually leave only right before time she had to be wherever it was.
Yeah, I mean, one thing is, I don't know. It'd be kind of weird living in the same house with like one of your girlfriend's dad. I don't know. It's weird. But that is her car, and they did find the two unknown fingerprints on the back of the car, which there's quite a lot of information on Wikipedia actually about this case, and it's been over 10 years. It said they went to Escambia County Sheriff's Office. It seemed that they just kind of dismissive about the case at first, and I'm sure they were probably thinking that she lives down there, she goes to the beach a lot, she's probably just upset with something. Uh, they said the detectives went to her house. They searched it and found no sign of foul play. Tiffany's tent was still in her room. They realized that she had decided to leave. They realized that she decided to leave town and she was not going camping. When Harmlet learned that Tiffany's boyfriend had left Pensacola the day before, he began exploring that angle. When apparently he was the officer, he had called Daniels upon his arrival at Austin on the 11th, and not at all on the 12th. He was cooperative, provided fingerprints, DNA, and showed that he had indeed been in Austin area all weekend, suggesting he was not secretly returned to Pensacola. Um, considered that perhaps Tiffany had been depressed over the departure. Her sister had told disappeared that she had seemed to be less uh, vivacious than usual earlier in 2013, and they did a series on this. I think it was disappeared on A&E, and and hoping to get some tips or leads or something, but let's see where I'm at now. Nothing's ever came of it, but you know they a lot of people say, well, she probably just committed suicide, went out into the water and drowned herself, which is not an easy thing to do. To drown yourself, period. It's almost impossible. Or she could have went swimming and got eaten by a shark or something. But you're going to have body parts wash up on the beach. I mean, we've never had drowning down there that they never found something.
Mm, I can think of a couple of times that we've not found bodies on.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, I know that they found a bone on the beach over there in Gulf Shore, and they found out it came from a guy. They did DNA, and it came from a guy that fell off a barge in the Gulf, and this was a long time ago.
Chiabug says Nichols is the main suspect, if I remember correctly. There was a bridge cam.
Ooh, yeah, but the bridge cam didn't get the guy. They couldn't identify the driver. That's what I've always heard. Said over the weekend, Tiffany disappeared case was publicized and news media reported on it, and friends and family um, distributed flyers on the street, posted them earlier the next week. They produced the first evidence related to the disappearance. A jogger who was a friend of Tiffany's family recognized Daniel's forerunner in a parking lot at the West Park of Pensacola Beach, near Fort Pickens, at the western end of Santa Rosa Island on August the 20th, 8 days after she had last been seen. She had often gone hiking in nearby dunes on the Gulf Islands National Seashore, despite her mother's warnings not to go there alone. Uh, um, Said Cindy says that the car's discovery that suggests that something terrible had happened to her daughter, when it was Daniel's bicycle, cell phone, purse, and wallet, and some clothes, paintings, a jug of water, and a jar of peanut butter all were discovered in the vehicle. After it was towed to the police department garage for examination, investigators found two fingerprints, one on the door handle and the other one on the steering wheel, that they could not match to Daniels or any of the investigators who had worked the case. Now I'm wondering if they tried Gary Daniels though, or Gary Nichols. Um, a resident nearby condominium said the car had definitely not been there for 2 days earlier. Two other residents said they seen a man getting out of the car earlier that day. To establish when the car had been driven to the island, they checked the security cameras uh, from the booths, and they said here Bob Sykes Bridge, the only road connection to Pensacola and the island, that showed the forerunner had passed through the booths at 7:51 p.m. on the evening Daniels had disappeared. It could not determine from the footage if she was driving the vehicle, which remains in the police impound and contain and its contents intact. Case, I can't hardly read this
In case
thing.
new information comes to light, which might be relevant.
The question, start there, if you will, Tanya, read that, and I'm going to see if I can get rid of these other
remains as to
two.
whether anyone had seen. Oh, you got it where you closed it to me where I can't read it.
I can't read that? All right, hold on just a minute. All right, go ahead there.
See, look on my screen.
Okay, well, yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Hold on just a minute.
It's convenient when he's actually sitting here right beside me.
Okay.
There we go. All right. The question still remains as to whether anyone had actually seen anything or anyone who might have left the car in the parking lot where it was found. There's two large residential complexes serving the island's summer vacation population that were adjacent to it, and it was possible that someone might have seen something. Friends and family began circulating flyers in the area and canvassed residents, but found no leads. At the police garage, investigators found sand on the bicycle tires, but none on the car's floorboards. This suggests that aren't it the possibility that if Daniels had gone for a bike ride on the beach that evening, she might have decided to go for a swim afterwards. And her friends, let's see, afterwards, a friend of hers noted that I can't pronounce the meteor shower for Perseids. Meteor shower
Presidio or something like that.
was happening at the time, which he said was the sort of thing she might have actually decided to watch on the beach if she had. It was possible that she had drowned. However, no bodies were found on the shore.
I kind of think
Nobody
that
watched
guy
it.
had something to do with it. The one guy they got the fingerprints off of that drove it across there, and they saw, they had a.
Well, even if they'd gotten a fingerprint, if he was listed as a suspect, don't you
They
think
should have
they would have
fingerprinted
checked
him.
that?
Yeah, and this is the kind of the interesting thing in the whole thing. And we won't need to read the top thing, but a possible Louisiana sighting. With all of the searches and investigation procedures in Pensacola exhausted, no further physical evidence was likely. Daniel's friends and family set up a Facebook page and further search and found themselves busy sorting through many tips and initially poured in. And this was one you got to watch out for. People come and say, "I'll give you 10,000. You give me 10,000, I'll tell you where she's at or whatever," and then they rip you off. So several months after Daniel's disappearance, and on January 2014, Facebook page yielded what her parents are considering more credible report of late sighting. The woman who worked as a waitress in a restaurant in, what is that, Marriott, Louisiana? Metairie, Louisiana, outside of New Orleans, reported that shortly after her disappearance, she had seen a woman matching Daniel's description come in with two other women, both wearing long sleeved shirts despite the warm weather. I'm going to have to pull this up to even read it, or I'm not going to be able to read it. Let me hold on one second. Find out where it was.
Well, others can read it on there.
Okay.
Tommy. The simple, from what excuse me, from what I've kind of read ahead of you, she was accompanied by some other females in there. One was possibly Latina and her Latin descent, and the women that was with her acted pretty weird and kind of didn't want to make eye contact and talking to anybody. And she had been noticed about pulling sleeves down to her hands, like I guess to go all the way to towards the palm of her hand. Anyway, though, it just simply says that the parents felt that this was possibly based on what was stated from the lady that this was.
Yeah, because apparently she had some tattoos on her hands that would identify her, and that's what they kind of think the other girls were saying, the women with her
we
were
know
saying.
this.
Yeah.
We know that that the human trafficking thing was going on then. However, there wasn't as much common knowledge about it. So it's possible.
Chiabog says there was something about the way the bike was put away that wasn't her normal routine.
Let's see if I had one more page here. I'm not sure if it had something to do with that. Okay, here's right here. It says, let's see.
If the vehicle was parked at the beach, and whether she wore shoes or whether she was barefooted, you'd find sand back in that vehicle.
Yeah. It says here too, above it here, Her parents said she would be trusting enough to fall for whatever pretext that they used to approach her. Said her daughter used Interstate 10, which passed through Pensacola to New Orleans, and had been described as one of the major trafficking routes in the U.S. However, that he had found no evidence to support trafficking theory. The officer said, although the qualifies that they saying police have ruled out nothing at this point. It said, how you pronounce that word?
Subsequently.
You're right. That developments. The second anniversary of Daniel's disappearance, 2015, led to developments in the case. The investigation Discovery ID cable network decided to revive the series Disappeared, which profiles missing person cases, and Daniel's case was one of those chosen. A crew from ID went to Pensacola, filmed locations associated with the case, reenactments, and interviewed Harmon, Tiffany's parents, sister, and some of her friends who helped with the investigation. The episode aired April of 2016. Before the episode aired, the first new evidence in the case since the original investigation surfaced. December 2015, Daniel's family and police disclosed that in wake of coverage of the case, second anniversary 4 months earlier, a citizen had come forward and told police that on the day Daniel's car was discovered, that he'd seen a man in his 30s wearing red shorts and no shirt opening up the car's tailgate, a report consistent with the two witnesses who said they had saw a man leave the car after it was parked there. Witnesses remembered it because the car is parked unusually facing oncoming traffic in the area instead of pulling in straight there for wildlife. Around the 10th anniversary of Daniel's disappearance, and they see graffiti on the bridge over there still, but
TS says that her guess is the waitress in Marietta Metairie was mistaken. Chiabug says they were on her feet. She thought that's what I thought she had.
it may have been, but
tattoos on her
I
feet.
think there was also something about tattoos on her hand. I don't know.
I just remember something about one on her foot.
May have been. Trying to get me back over here where I can.
And the reason why you're thinking about it, if that name's familiar, that just happens to be a name of someone that owned a business down here. Won't even go into what business it is.
I know who you're talking about.
But that not same.
You don't
relation.
think it's
No, not same relation.
that name though was referred to another. If you look up, I don't know what I was saying.
And then also McVeigh, somebody put up here.
Yeah, Gary Nichols, Timothy McVeigh. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
The one that
That's
the
the
Oklahoma City bombing.
Mm-hmm.
His partner was named Gary Nichols. That's where it came from. Okay, well, I'm 49 minutes into this, and has anybody got any questions, any ideas or anything? I'm of the opinion that they should pull those fingerprints out and run them through CODIS again and see it. I mean, not
I'm thinking
through not CODIS, but
we could all go in and see if I can help them get that.
what is that? No.
It says I look 27, I feel 24, and I act 18. I'm 69.
I'm 68.
Honey, you're not. You
Or,
were born in
what about this?
56.
What about that one? The first.
650. I'm right now. I'm 57.
You were born in 56.
Okay.
Okay. 56. You are 69 in 2 days. 3 days.
This will be the last birthday I'm celebrating. After that, no more birthday
Didn't you say
celebrating.
that last
No
year?
more talk about how old I am
Didn't you
either.
say that last year?
What?
Didn't you say that last year?
I know. I don't know. She's doing the opposite of what I wanted her to
Now
do.
listen, do you remember Dayman when he was going to turn 40? Dayman had a countdown chart. He
Yeah,
marked
on the
down
board.
every day
On the board
until
every single
Tommy hit
day.
40. And they had a
Casket in there.
casket and everything at the police department.
Look, I want to get you that T-shirt, and you can wear it.
Gail,
It says, "I'm 69 years old, and I still think that's funny."
Max says, I think Tony's microphone is off. He sounds like he's in a tunnel.
Is your microphone off, Tom?
Yeah, so we wouldn't be backfeeding.
Yeah. Should have put this up between us.
See,
Then.
if I
Look.
talk on it, it echoes.
No, look. No, wait. Turn it off. Look at that. This one will pick us both up there.
All right, can you hear me now?
Hey, Gail, glad to see you here.
Listen, go over to our other channel, our 1 Million Mile Road Trip channel, and look at a short that we put up yesterday. It's a short on the sea monster that lives in the RV park lake. Tell me what you think it is. I know today I found out, but it looks like a shark
Well,
that lives in there, but
tell
it's
me
not.
what you think
It's not a shark because sharks
tell me
don't
what you
live
think
in
it
the
is.
Manatee?
and no. Just go over and see what you think. Tell us what you think it is. It's about 15
A
seconds long.
sharkigator?
No, it's a freshwater lake too. Okay, well, we're going to end it. And we do appreciate y'all coming by and stopping in to see us. And hope that, yeah, it was Terry Nichols, Mac. You're right. It wasn't Gary Nichols. I don't know where I heard that other Gary Nichols, though.
Happy 70th birthday.
It's not 70.
Happy birthday
67.
to you. Happy
I'll be
birthday
68.
to you.
It's not my
Happy
birthday.
birthday, happy
No,
birthday.
it's not
Yes,
my
you are
birthday.
looking old too.
No, it's not my birthday. It's not my birthday yet.
It will be.
No, it ain't. I'm not that
They're
old.
coming out of the woodwork wishing
Yeah.
you happy birthday.
All right. Y'all have a great night. We'll
Bye,
catch
y'all.
y'all next time. Good night.